When it comes to an India-Australia contest, one thing is for sure, that shots are going to be fired. So whether it's an Australian who will make his prediction that Australia are going to blank India 5-0 in a test series, or whether it's an Indian legend in the name of Sunil Gavaskar or for any other, would say that India would win a Border Gavaskar trophy for the third time in a row in Australia, well, that's really going to happen, and that has happened in the past also. Now, Ricky Ponting may have taken a dig at Virat Kohli's recent numbers in Test cricket, and Gautam Gambhir may not have liked it, but now, at the very same time, ahead of the all-important Border Gavaskar trophy, the former Australia captain, the legendary Australia captain, has come out in open and clarified his comments on Virat Kohli, and at the very same time, he has also spoken a bit about Gautam Gambhir. Let's have a look. Well, Ricky Ponting has said that on Gautam Gambhir that he was surprised to read the reaction, but knowing Gambhir, he is a prickly character, someone who can really be offended very easily. So I'm not surprised it was him who said something back. Well, in case of Gautam Gambhir, the point here is that Ricky Ponting, just a few days back, he had made a comment that Virat Kohli had got just a couple of test hundreds in the last 5 years or so, and that's very concerning for a certain Indian player, knowing that if any other player across the globe would have had such a record in test cricket, he may not have even been able to survive in the longer format of the game. Now, fans and the experts may have felt that Ponting has taken a dig, and when Gautam Gambhir was asked about the same question in India's pre-departure press conference, he said that who is Ricky Ponting, what does he know about Indian cricket, he should focus on Australian cricket here. So that's where Ponting has now said that he's surprised to read the reaction, but knowing Gambhir, he's a prickly character, someone who gets very offended easily, and at the very same time, shots have also been fired. Well, Ponting also said that we have got quite a bit of history, and by here what he means is that Ricky Ponting was once the coach of Delhi Capitals during the 2018-2019 season where Gautam Gambhir was there as a player. He was initially back as the captain from Kolkata Knight Riders. Then midway he left the captaincy, and that's where Shreyas Iyer was appointed as DC skipper, and at that very time, Ricky Ponting was the head coach. I have coached him at Delhi Capitals, and he is quite a prickly character. Well, Ponting has also had his say on his earlier comments. He said that in no way was it a dig at Virat Kohli. I did follow it up by saying he's played well in Australia and he'll be keen to bounce back. And that's where I think Ponting is really right, because he did say that. And as far as, taking Virat Kohli's recent test numbers into consideration, I think Ricky Ponting, he did make a very right comment, because Virat has really struggled in the longer format of the game, and at the very same time, those big knocks haven't really come. Whenever India have really needed him the most, that's where the likes of both Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli haven't really stepped up with the bat in the last 1 or 1.5 years or so. So for Ponting to make such kind of a comment, which is based on stats and facts, maybe it's not actually wrong. And last but not the least, he himself said that if you ask Virat Kohli, I'm sure he would be concerned that he hasn't been able to make the same amount of hundreds as he has in the previous years or so. Well, Virat Kohli in Test cricket from 2012 until 2019, he was a beast incarnate altogether. But since 2020, well, maybe he just played a total of 3 Test matches in 2020, but then from 2021 until 2024, there has been a slump. Those useful knocks haven't come, and at the very same time, in the recently concluded series against New Zealand, Virat looked all across the sea. He did not really get those crucial runs. Now, Border Gavaskar Trophy is just a few days away now. It's going to begin on November 22nd at the Optus Stadium in Perth. Well, Virat has traditionally done well in the Australian conditions. Remember, he got his maiden Test 100 in Australia only in Adelaide in 2011. And since then, he has scored all runs in Australia. He scored a truckloads of runs. In 2014, he scored about 693 runs at a humongous average of 86.5. Then in 2018, he did score a century in Perth, had an overall average of 40. Then in 2020, he played just one match before heading to India for personal reasons. Now this is going to be a pretty much a make or break tour for him. And as far as the comments of both Ponting and Gambhir are concerned, well, one can really expect that that's really going to happen in the next few days or so, and at the very same time in the next month or so, because the Border Gavaskar Trophy is a 5-match series and shots are really going to be fired. What do you think about Ricky Ponting's comments on Gautam Gambhir, and what do you think that Virat Kohli, can he strike back into form in the all-important series? You can let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today for all the exciting updates and analysis from the sporting world.